Josefsky coming in here from the mall in Santo Domingo. I've just been out doing a few diligencias, as they say here, running a few errands. And I've been pondering and considering, looking at the big picture of what men are handling in 2026. Men in their 30s, 40s, highly intelligent men looking to date, maybe looking for a wife, maybe looking for a mother of their children, and are actually looking to invest in themselves to make that process happen. I teach guys cold approach. I teach you how to go and get leads any day of the week, anytime, any place. All you have to do is step outside your house. Lead acquisition. I also teach strong male-female relationship dynamics, what actually works out there in the wild, based on, I'm 40 years old, based on 25 years of experience. I would say the first 15 years of that were mostly errors, mostly doing things wrong. For the first 15 years, from 15 to 30, there's a lot of me doing things wrong and being left scratching my head. So the value that I leave you with is I actually course corrected. I actually improved. I invested in coaching from a young age. I had a life coach age 28. I also got around other older guys as well. And traveled around the world, worked as a club promoter as well. So all of that experience filters into the information that I deliver for you boys in here. And once you've got your skills, once you know how to go and approach, you come to a place like where I am right now, Santo Domingo, I could approach every single day. I could get numbers every single day. 365 numbers a year would be easy out here, would be easy. Because I'm a very rare commodity out here as well. And I've got good approach skills, so it's just game over. But there is another question, is what do I want and what is worth my time? What do I want and what is worth my time? And you should be asking yourself the same question, guys. And it's going to come down to relational economics. Relational economics. I think that the era of playboys, the era of players, the era of guys having 4, 5, 10 girl rotations with, of course, some of those girls are going off with other guys as well, obviously. I think that era is coming to an end because for various reasons, I think people are not out and about as much. With Tinder, you don't even need to have rotations. The top guys can just replace girls. They just have a new one every week or two. The very, very, very top guys, which is a fraction of a percent. It's like 0.5%. And I think most guys are actually out there looking at things and going, my best deal would be to get an attractive, down-to-earth, hard-working girlfriend who had a head screwed on. That always was and always will be the best deal for guys. Realistically, that will always be the best long-term deal for guys. Yeah, I just watched a beautiful family go past me there. You know, suave-looking dad, attractive mom, 3 sons. There you go. That was, is, and always will be a great deal for guys. And so I think the era of the playboy, and I say this as a guy who really was invested in at least have my best shot at actually being a playboy, actually living that lifestyle. You know, it's all relative. Like some people definitely saw me as that. But then I was around other guys who were doing even, I knew because I was living with them, they're like, there's no way I can keep this tempo. What this guy is going through, no way can keep that tempo. So it's all relative. But I had my experience. It's a bit like playing multiple games of chess at the same time. You do get a lot of experience, and that's why I share this stuff with you boys. But that era, that epoch, I think is coming to an end. I feel like a dinosaur now. I don't see it. Guys sometimes say to me like, oh yeah, I'd like to have a harem, and you know, oh, if that you don't know what it actually is. If you actually know what it is, it's all of your free time goes into that, and you realistically, you're gonna lie. You're gonna lie. You're gonna lie about your whereabouts. You're gonna get used to lying on a fairly consistent basis. Even if they're white lies, even if they're like lies of omission, that's what you're gonna do. And the time investment for that is too high. The economics don't work out. Not in 2026 when people are struggling to make rent. People are working 2 jobs just to make rent. Yeah, or they've got to be really hot on their career in order to move forward. The economics just don't work out anymore. It's just not in your favor to live that playboy lifestyle now. Unless you've got, family money or something like that, knock yourself out. But I think even for those guys, I feel it that it's not the same. It's not the same. The girls aren't the same. It isn't quite the same. Human nature always is as is, but it isn't quite the same as it was. Guys who used to go out in like the early, mid 2000s, you'll know what I mean. There was an electricity there because the only attention women could get was in clubs and bars when they were out. That has changed so dramatically. It's almost off the chain, right? So there's men and women will always be men and women, and also here's another thing as well. Here is another massive thing that guys overlook in the modern world. So I've been working on my Instagram. Go check it out at Joe Blake Lisbon. Just as a lead acquisition tool, right? Because I'm beginning to realize it's important enough. I don't want to neglect it. Yeah, I still go for WhatsApps, but it's important enough. I don't want to neglect it. So we're in the era of public profiles. But here's the thing. Back in the day, you go to a club. What happens in the club stays in the club. You go back to a girl's house. If she doesn't have your house phone number or your mobile number, you're never going to see her again. Yeah, there are no photos. No one is taking photos when they're out. Yeah, this is introduced, and this new world has introduced this entire new level of espionage in which women are experts. They are experts. They're born for it. Their ability to socially map is more naturally advanced than men's. It's an area where they have a genuine advantage over men. Their ability to socially map outstrips ours. And girls will be looking through your profile, they'll be stalking, they'll be figuring you out, they'll be over-analyzing, but they'll probably be correct. And so this is another reason why, how are you going to be a playboy when you've got 3 girls you're dating and they're all seeing each other, and you think this stuff doesn't blow up? It blows up. A good friend of mine had this stuff blow up in his face a couple of times through media, through girls going on to, it was like a Facebook group saying, hey, has anyone else been out with this guy? I think he's dating me, but I think he's dating someone else. So, and that happened to him. I've had 2, I've been stalked, fully stalked online twice, to the point that was really why I deleted all my profiles. I'd forgotten why. The reason I did, because I was stalked to a point I had to change my phone number. I spoke to the police. I'm obviously not afraid for my safety, but when you have someone who is severely mentally ill stalking you, who is also quite intelligent and will weaponize social media, it's not just stalking me, it's stalking everybody I know, messaging people I know, messaging girls, ex-girlfriends, causing extreme disruption. Again, this is something that simply could not have happened 20, 30 years ago. It was impossible. It couldn't even happen. And that's not happened to me once. It's happened to me twice. And even once with a girl I just had a one-night stand with, she started messaging a girlfriend that I went out with. Fuck knows how she even found her profile, because I was in a different country. I hadn't spoken to the girl for over a year. So she had some kind of manic episode. So you start to run the numbers, you run enough numbers. What is it, 50% of women are mentally ill now? That means you only need to date 2 women to come across one who's mentally ill. So you start to run the numbers, you start to run, I don't know, it could be 5-10 girls a year, you can run into issues, man. You can run into issues within a couple of years. So you need to be very above board now in the way that you deal with girls. The best thing you can do, if you want casual, you just go through her once, maybe twice, but no more than twice. Realistically, once is best. They get the picture, they fuck off. Yeah, it means a lot more recruitment on your part, but that's if you have an active sex life. But maybe that's motivating. Or you get a wifey, yeah? And a good asset is what I'm going to talk about now. So I'm Joseph, the Wing Bro. On this channel, I assist men who are highly intelligent but perhaps lack interpersonal confidence, highly sophisticated interpersonal skills, it might be added, in order to get leads on demand, do what I've done this week, walk out of the supermarket and pick up a girl's number just walking out of the supermarket. Basically live the personal life of your dreams, and then you select sensibly and intelligently. And so that's what I help guys with, the approach side of things, the selection, and then the male-female dynamics as well. My flagship program is a 3-day cold approach immersion that will put you through your paces. And I don't know about you, but I just don't like to be dependent on apps and clubs for the future of my lineage. Okay, I like to have my options open to whoever is out there. And so that's why I learned daytime approach. And it's been a revelation. It's given me a great deal of freedom, and it absolutely could do the same for you. So if you're the type of guy who's got the vision and you think, yeah, I could actually see myself doing okay in this, I just don't know what to do, you can get on a call with me, canley.com/wingbro, or you can go to my website, wingbrojoseph.com, have a look at a few more details. But that's my flagship program, 3-day immersion plus 90 days support. That will get your options up and running. And what normally happens from there is guys who really put the effort in, normally I just become friends with them afterwards. That's kind of how it happens, you know. So let's talk about, selecting a girlfriend in 2026. Selecting a girlfriend in 2026. What is it you're looking for? And it has to go beyond, it has to obviously go beyond looks. It has to. This is something I've been thinking about, because I've been getting in, and the guys in my mastermind will know, I've been getting into this, going after models for the last 8-10 weeks. It has to be said, with a level of success. I've got about 10-11 numbers from models in my WhatsApp. We're going back and forth with a few. I just go purely on looks for these different girls. And you know what, I had a great revelation a few weeks ago when there was one girl almost tormenting me because she's responding like intermittently. She obviously wasn't interested, but I couldn't delete her because this girl was so hot. I promise you, you have not seen a girl this hot in Europe. In continental Europe, just half fucking Italian, half Native American, half black or quarter black. You do the maths, dude, with huge tits and like a 25-inch waist. It was insane. It was insane. This girl was insane. And obviously I couldn't delete it. It was annoying, and I'd see her photos now and then on her WhatsApp, stories, and it would just annoy me. And then one day I saw one of those photos. She was like staggering home drunk after a night out. And I also saw as well, she's a single mom with like a 1-year-old kid. I thought, thank you very much, love. Thank you. Because now I can delete you and I won't think twice about it. I do not care at all, because you are a liability. You're a liability to yourself. You're in your early 20s. You've already had a kid and you're going out getting pissed. You offer absolutely nothing to me or any businessman or any guy with an international lifestyle. So I can now thankfully delete you. Thank you. So I did. So I deleted it. I still look at women as, I look at the girl and I go, yep, she's hot. Sometimes if they're too hot, I can overlook this, but I look at the girl and go, she's hot, but what problems is she going to bring me? And what assets is she going to bring me, and what problems? What assets and what liabilities? The hotness is a bit of an asset, sure, but all girls, there's lots of hot girls. What assets are you actually going to bring? And in this girl's case, there was no asset at all. She's just a pure trophy. She's a pure trophy. What you want is a decently hot girl who understands and wants to be an asset. And she wants to be your asset because she looks at you, you pique her emotions, you excite her. And she's intelligent enough to realize there aren't that many smart, engaging guys going around. You know, it's if you're I don't really believe in competition. I don't believe in it. There is no such thing as a competitive dating market. I'm a market of one. There is nobody else on planet Earth like me, and that's even statistically true as well. There's no one with that exact combination of everything. There's nobody. So that's kind of the differentiator for me. So I'm not trying to compete. I'm just trying to be myself. It sounds cheesy, but that really is what it's about. It's dominating your own segment of the market. In my segment, I do absolutely dominate. So if a girl is highly sexed but conservative, intelligent girl, intelligent women require intelligent men. It's not an optional extra for them. They require an intelligent guy. But they also need you to be a man who actually steps up and takes a lead. And then I've got interests, I can dance, all this type of thing. You know, I mean, like, so fucking protection. I'm basically on my way to being a qualified bodyguard. So all of these things, right? It's differentiated. You don't have to be like me. You could be an artist. You could be lots of different things, but you're violently differentiated. My friend Christian said, and you've got your own profile. That girl is going to stick to you like glue. And so what you need to do is you need to vet for a girl who is an asset. How can she be an asset? First of all, the basics. Does she cook? Does she clean? Does she assist you with your life? Sometimes if a girl's quite businessy, genuinely businessy, not corporate, genuinely businessy. Corporate is just communism these days. But genuinely businessy, then that's an asset to me. That's an asset to me. So here in SD, there's a girl I keep around. I've only slept with once, but we go back and forth. And I keep her around because she probably keeps me around because she's a 25-year-old, half Dominican, half Chinese. Her dad is a Chinese businessman who passed away. So she owns all sorts of shit, properties. She used to own a road. She sold her road. And we go back and forward on business in this country. And she just messaged me yesterday talking about how she's paid something off, she's happy, whatever. So we go back and forth about this. That's an asset. That's an asset to me. So maybe I'll sleep with her again, maybe I don't, but she's still an asset. Probably will, to be honest. She's got massive tits. But realistically, she's better for me to have around as an attractive girl than the real trophy girl who was ultimately a train wreck. You know, 9-month-old kid going out getting pissed and she works in a shop. That's your life, love. Yeah, that's not an asset to me, it's a liability. There will be some rich guy who'll come along and take her up. Well, actually, you know what? Maybe not. The fact she's got a kid, probably not. So you're probably done. So yeah, selecting logically based on asset versus liability. And all the things that come into play. If you're wanting a child, a woman has to be of a certain age, really early 20s, mid 20s, if you're wanting a child. That's part of her profile, okay? You need to select ruthlessly, boys. You need to select ruthlessly because you're being selected ruthlessly in everything. So, select ruthlessly. If you want to have a kid, don't fucking go out with a 38-year-old, yeah? If you don't give a shit, and you don't even want children, you just can't be arsed with a hassle, I'd still probably wouldn't go out with a 38-year-old. But that would be when it would be more open for me, maybe to consider at least having a dalliance with an older woman. But for me, there's no longevity in it, because I know I'll lose my attraction to them, you know. When you can get a girl who's 21 years old and you do it on a regular basis, it sounds arrogant, but the guys who know me know that's my wheelhouse. You know, why would I settle for a 40-year-old woman? Doesn't make any fucking sense, even if they want to have children. So, what is her profile? Her youth, her intelligence, her lifestyle, domestically, cooking, cleaning, business. That's my profile, basically. That's what I'm looking for. The girl doesn't have to be, she doesn't have to be everything though. I can shape her. So that's another thing as well. As a guy, you will also shape your girl as well. And you should do that, but you do need the raw material as well. If you got a fucking feminist who works in HR for some stupid European country with green hair, I don't, you know, she ain't the raw material, she's not the raw material. And in terms of, relational economics as well, I'm in Dominican Republic now, right? I'm in an intensive work period. I could never get bored of chasing the girls here. It's fundamentally fun, they're fucking gorgeous, and I could probably get 2 or 3 new girls a week if I wanted to. At least 1 new one a week, no problem at all. 52 weeks a year, no problem at all. But economically, economics is the allocation of scarce resources. And time is a scarce resource. It's the most scarce resource. Okay, every year that goes by, you lost a year. It's gone. And so I don't have the kind of time that would allow me to go on those dates, that would allow me to bring all those women back. It's 4 or 5 hours, that shit. I don't have the time. I need to focus on my business. I need to focus on my health and fitness. And I need to focus on this channel, so assisting other guys as well. It's not just about me. So I live what I describe as a slow playboy lifestyle. I still have a little bit of that playboy in me, 20-30%. But it's a slow lifestyle now. I do not allow myself really to go on more than 1 date a week. I keep it to a minimum. I literally keep it to a minimum because all the rest of my time I want to focus on business and on other pursuits. And I think you guys should be the same. It's probably 1 or 2 days approach, 1 date a week, and that's what I do really. When I had a girlfriend, it would be I'd spend 1 day a week with her, and then I'd approach 1 or 2 days a week as well. And so that's what I do. It keeps things on track, especially when you're building as well. And if you decide to start a family with a woman, you go all in with that woman. You maybe do a couple of approaches here and there just to keep a little bit of a pep in your step. But you go all in with that woman, and you're going to be going all in for that family, but also for your business or career as well. And there just isn't time. The economics is not there. The time economics is not there. So relational economics, it's all about economics. What's your offer? What's her offer? And how does that match together? This is to me, it's the only rational way to manage your time, and eventually it will come down to this type of thing. If you're clear-headed. On the other side though, don't expect the girls to have anything like this approach, by the way. Don't expect them to have anything like this approach. They won't. They're a slave to their emotions. So on their side, don't expect this to really, it doesn't work like this for them. You need to actually be the person, you're a dealer of emotions. So on our side, we're rational actors to a large extent. We obviously want emotional fulfillment as well, but that's part of the package. On their sides, they're much more emotionally driven. So you're the emotional dealer. Yeah, you pique their emotions, you give them this, that, and the other emotionally. Having standards, or having high standards, and being busy and having drive, and seeing yourself as a guy who has the captain of a ship, an amazing ship on an amazing journey that you'd like to take the girl around. It sounds cliche, but that's actually a powerful frame to come from for them as well. And that has to be real as well. My ex used to call me Mr. Important because I wouldn't speak to her for like 3 days. And it'd be like, I'm doing shit, I've got stuff to do every single day. And if I take my foot off, this is partly a weakness in my current business, is if I take my foot off the gas for one day, if I lose concentration for one day, I'll make a mistake and it costs me. It's weirdly brutal. It's not as, if I told you what I do, you wouldn't think it was that brutal. But if I take my eye off for any fucking day, I'll miss something and something will go over my head and the caliber of my service will drop, and it's not good. Because I've had another project on this week, my main business suffered this week. I've missed 2 fucking appointments this week. Disgraceful on my part, but it is what it is. It's it's a separate thing. I've realised the structure of my business is just, it's too dependent on my own constant application, so I need to adjust that. But if you're building something, this is how it's going to be. And even if you're higher up, you still need the clarity of thought. So the economics, time economics, financial economics, does a girl cost you? How much does a girl cost you realistically? They don't know that they cost us money, but they realistically do. You know, even if it's just $20, even if it's just $50, getting her taxis, getting her drinks, it's still $50, isn't it? That's still $200 a month to have a girlfriend. It's a cost. I've got to earn that money. Pre-tax is 300 quid. I've got to earn. Just to have a girlfriend. Doesn't obviously cost them anything. And I'd rather it be that way, to be honest, than like go out with some fucking annoying European girl where I don't even. Yeah, thank God I don't have to do that again, ever. So time as well. Also irritation. Is the girl an irritant? There's girls I've been out with in the past, and I was like, I'd take the irritation as a cost, part of the deal. She's got a great ass. Irritating ways are part of the deal. So that's a cost-benefit analysis. Perfectly rational. All you've got is time, money, and energy. That's all you've got. And what are you putting in and what are you getting out? And don't be afraid to put in, and don't think you have to get out exactly the same. In an ideal world, that will actually multiply. The girl will multiply your energies and efforts. But there might be times when you're putting in $100, you're only getting $80 back. That's actually not that bad. That's doable. Yeah, you can take it at a loss. The ideal though is you put in $100, you get $500 back. That's the ideal. If you're in that scenario, you need to wife that girl up, mate, because that's not every girl. It's not every girl. They all have a profile, but they are not all equal, for sure. So boys, we've got 9 people in the chat, so come and say hello. Lady member can't put any time and effort into vampire women. Yeah, I agree. This is the benefit of as you get older, you have more options, and especially if you learn daytime approach, you actually get good, you can get a lot of numbers, you can get a lot of options going on. You can just drop people, and that's a benefit. For me, if a girl becomes an enemy, that's the one time I have an issue with guilt. So if a girl's like 70% right and she hasn't done anything wrong, I stick around a lot of the time and I feel guilty about leaving the girl. That's probably something from my childhood. I won't go into it now, but I feel guilt for leaving a girl. I had to look after a lot of people when I was a kid, so that's instilled into me. But if a girl actually is detrimental to my life, or she becomes an enemy to me, or damages my prospects, then I don't have any problem pulling the trigger. Then I really don't. Alexander, how are you, mate? How are you? Start with having options. Get your options up. Your options are not just your options as well. The first step is to get good at cold approach. That's your first step. You need to get good at that. Well, you need a way of getting these options into your life. It could be having a top 1% Tinder profile and crazy social media. That could be it. It could be being a DJ. where you go to the club and you have girls just lining up to meet you every single weekend. That's a real thing, by the way. That's the top tier game. That's way above cold approach. That's way above cold approach because you don't even do anything. You just have them come to you. It's fucking easy. That's easily the top tier. Or you could do nighttime approach, or you could do daytime approach. They're all just ways of getting girls into your frame. The hardest way is daytime approach, which is why we love it, because it's a challenge. But once you get that, then it becomes normal, becomes easy, and you get the options coming in. That's step one. Step two is location. Step two is location. You cannot outgame a shit location, yeah? Alexander, you put yourself in a minute of Santo Domingo, it'll be impossible for you not to get some decent results. You'll get good results. Like, at some point, the results will come. Or, like Barcelona, for example, another great location. You can't get the results you can get in like a Barca that just anywhere, yeah? So there's a concept in trading called arbitrage, which, not to patronize people, I'm sure people know what it is, but just to explain it, arbitrage is basically you buy something in market A and you sell it in market B. And in market B, this commodity is much higher value. It's called arbitrage. Okay, and that's what we can do in our life. With our labor and our intelligence, we can sell that in the advanced markets, as in the West. And for our lifestyle, we can purchase our lifestyle in lesser countries, less expensive countries. That's called arbitrage. It's a very intelligent way of working. And it's the same with women as well. Yeah, if you're a white guy, go to fucking Africa, yeah? If you're a black guy, go to Helsinki. You might be a niche market, but you will have some women just going weak at the knees when they see your fucking, exotic skin. So arbitrage is a really cool thing as well. And then, why not use the apps as well? Use everything. I'm all about a multi-vector approach. You just hit every fucking angle and you'll get what you want. And you only need one or two good quality women. That's all you need. Location's massively important. Yeah, you mentioned, I saw Vaney, you were on, like the name by the way, you commented on Manchester, you said it was a shithole. I remember. For me, actually, Manchester's quite good. I think it's a good location for daytime approach. You've got a very high volume of traffic. You've got a lot of women in the 18 to 25 bracket, and you've got a totally international crowds. You can approach on the same day. You can approach an Iranian girl, a Colombian girl, a white English girl, a Russian girl, and a Ghanaian girl, and you can do that absolutely no problem. Oh my god! Oh my god! Jesus Christ! Sorry. She was fucking ridiculous. And you can do that just on one afternoon. So I actually think Manchester is good. UK locations are good. London is obviously the big one. You can just carpet bomb London, like you just absolutely, hammer it. And if you're decent, you'll get at least 5 numbers in an afternoon, no problem at all. Manchester, I would put as number 2 in the UK. I'll put it as number 2 in the UK. Liverpool's all right. It's all right. No, actually, I'll put Manchester as number 2. Next, I'll go Bristol. Bristol is fucking amazing. Bristol's a really good city in the UK. I've not done daytime now, but I've done nighttime. And then you got your places like Sheffield. Yeah, you can do bits and pieces. One of the hottest girls I've actually slept with I met her in Sheffield in daytime approach. To this day, the biggest tits I've ever seen. Just gargantuan. Oh my god. They were like, honestly, each one was bigger than my head by far, like twice the size of my head. They were ridiculous. Like, ridiculous. So, you can do it in any city above about 500,000. You get below that, it gets a little bit shady. Other places that I rate highly, my number 1 place is Santo Domingo. It's my number 1 place. It's just the best. It's just the fucking best. I don't know what else to say. Belgrade is decent. Belgrade is tougher though. It's tougher. Belgrade's unpredictable as well. you'll get like, you know, you'll just run into weird stuff in Belgrade. Me and Balthus and Ephraim, we were all there this summer, just nailing the streets, and it can get a bit fatiguing because there's a lot of output for not that much coming back. You know, you're getting numbers and dates and stuff, but it's slow. A few of my students did well though, so it is a good place to learn, and the girls are very motivating as well. That's the other thing. When a girl's hot, they're also motivating. For me, the Slavic persona, the Slavic woman, is special. She is special. She's not a Latina, dude. She ain't a Latina. They're not even close, man. They're not even close. The Gulf is massive, dude. The Gulf is massive. Never mind the rest of Western Europe. Bosnia is underrated. Greece is very fucking good. Athens is very good. Very good. Turkey is decent as well. Brazil for me remains the most overrated country that I've ever been to. And I still like it, and I probably will still go back. But the way Brazil is sold is it's like this tropical paradise of footballing, beach babes, and it's all amazing. There might be a bit of a violence in the favela, but it's not that bad. Brazil is very underdeveloped. Still, it's a total third world country. I'd say it's less developed than Dominican Republic. They've also imported a lot of the political retardation from the USA. So you have the woke stuff in northeast Brazil, unfortunately. They don't have the intellect to even combat it in any way. Not that Americans do, but it's really fucking bad. The amount of gunfire you hear is it's not comfortable, man. It's not comfortable. Like machine gun exchanges every night. It's not that comfortable, dude. Yeah. Brazil is an overrated country. It's not bad. It's still a good country, but it's an overrated one. Oh, you're in Lviv. Interesting. Are you guys who go to the Ukraine? I do find it talk me through that, because I do find it a little bit bizarre. Guys are going to a war zone to pull chicks. Is it like some desperate refugees or something? Oh, mate, Banja. You know, I was literally thinking about Banja Luka today. I'm just planning out my July, August, and September, and I've got a destination I would like to be in for October, which will mean I probably will fly out of Bosnia or Turkey in October. I was thinking about going to Banja for September. Yeah, maybe check it out. I mean, it's known as the place of the most beautiful girls in the Balkans. Those white Bosnian girls, I've never seen. They were a shock to my system. I've never seen white girls like that, dude. These are like some pure fucking Aryan, fucking white hair, white skin, blue piercing eyes, perfect features. Oh my, it's like a propaganda poster or something. I wasn't expecting to see that in Bosnia. I was expecting them to be a lot more Turkic looking, which some of them are, but those white girls, oh my God, damn, ridiculous, dude. Yeah, a weird thing to see, dude. Yeah, they shocked me. Yeah, I mean, the Chav girls, Birmingham. It's not a nice city, man, Birmingham. Yeah, there's some attractive girls. What? Who the fuck wants to live in Birmingham, dude? You know, like, got stories about Birmingham, but some fit Caribbean girls in Birmingham, some fit Asian girls. That's about it, I would say. Nothing special there. How is Serbia going, Alexander? Are you still up in Novi Sad, or have you managed to make the move down to the capital? Yeah, Serbia is a very noble country. It's really one of my favourite countries. I've been speaking to another friend who's just got back there. He was in Canada. He was happy to be back in happy to be back in Serbia. It's one of the last bastions, man, for Europe. Ah, you're from Montenegro. Yeah. Yeah, Montenegro is like there's some fit ones from Montenegro as well. I feel like in another lifetime, because I got to that region a little bit slightly older, shall we say, and I've already, in my mid to late 30s, I've already kind of, I set my stall out with the Latin world, with Portugal, Brazil, Angola, and then the Spanish world, obviously Dominican Republic and Spain primarily. I've invested a lot of my life there, and I love those places. But I do feel like that in a parallel life, I would have gone down the Slavic route. I really would have. And for me, these days it's like a side quest. It's like that little side quest that's just fun. You dip into it for a refresher. But I do feel like it's such a deep culture. The history, the language, even the writing system. I really actually fell in love with Cyrillic. I loved it. I was learning it for ages. I don't think I can remember anything, but I got to a point where I could read a fair amount, but I think I've forgotten it all already. And the pride of the people, the pride of the girls, the attractiveness of the girls, the tradition. It's not completely traditional, it's modern still, but it's more, when you're coming in from Western Europe, it's more traditional than Western Europe for sure. I didn't feel that, you know what I feel like the Slavic girls lack is a bit of that, it's that spice, it's that sensitivity and spice that the Latinas have got. But I love that part of the world. I love that part of the world. In a different lifetime, I would have been like my Bulgarian friends who, he goes over to Russia, he speaks Russian. I would have done that. I'd have learned Russian and Serbian, and I'd have just gone down that route in a different world, on a different timeline. Because I definitely like the people. Got on with loads of the guys out there, yourself, SB, other guys as well I met. Such a good place, man. Such a good place. I'm glad it exists, and I'm glad I found it. And all the Balkans, man, they've all got their own flavor. Like, I liked Romania as well. Romania, they're less the tough guys than, the Serbs and the Bosnians and Montenegrins. They've got something different to them, the Romanians. I don't even know what they've got. Something different to either Western or Eastern Europe. Interesting people. The most bookshops of any city I've ever seen was in Bucharest. Yeah, good part of the world. One of my clients, I don't know if he's on, Jay's on watching the live, but he had a great immersion. We all got great weather. He was really well equipped for Serbia. He's the prototype of what a Serbian guy would aspire to be, like jacked, intelligent guy, but also looks different because he's English as well. So he's a little bit of, when you're a bit familiar, a bit exotic, I think it's really cool. And very personable, did really well in his immersion. I just went in, took all the information on board, and he actually met a couple of girls out there that he liked. So one of them he's still in touch with. So I think he said he's going to go back. It's one of those places I'm going to go. I'm on the fence as to whether to go back this summer. I've got a plan this summer. For me personally, I would go back to Belgrade for sure, and maybe go down to Bosnia for a bit as well. In terms of immersions, I don't know if it's the best place to do immersions. I don't know if maybe Poland might be a little bit more, just a little bit more accessible for guys. I do think Belgrade is quite tough. If anything is off in Belgrade, everyone found this. If your approach is off like 10%, you fucked. It's got to be 100% right, and then you've got a decent chance. But if it's off even a little bit, if it's lacking conviction, if it's not skilled, if it's not structured, if your presentation isn't right physically, you don't have some decent style going on, if you're just having a bad day. I remember a couple of days I went out and I was kind of not really feeling it. dude, nothing, bang, nothing. You've got to be absolutely ready to go. And yeah, the rewards are there, to be fair. There's some gorgeous girls, dated loads of gorgeous girls last summer, so it was good. It was good. Yeah, Montenegro. It's more of a countryside place, isn't it, Montenegro? You know what? I like Albanian girls as well, man. I like Albanian girls as well. I really do. Yeah, one of my favourite approaches was an Albanian policewoman outside St. Sava's Cathedral. Got an Albanian policewoman's number. She was there on training, and she's a good shot as well, that girl. So she'd be cool. Also a single mom though as well, so probably not, you know, not a long-term option, but would be a good short-term option. So yeah, so for anyone who's new to my channel watching back, some of the guys, they log in regularly just to chat on the live. I think I met quite a few of these guys in person. Obviously Balfus, Alexander, and some of the other guys that log in. SB when he logs in. We're this kind of little, I won't quite say we're a community yet, but we are guys who are thinking outside the box, intelligent guys who want to live the best life they possibly can. And, you know, improving options is a big part of that, improving your options. And that will mean travel, and it will mean being proficient with women as well. It's not something you get to opt out of. We all have to do it. It's easier for some guys than it is for others, but we all have to do it. Yeah, I never put myself at the top of the tree. I know what I'm doing though, to be honest. The guys I know who've done a lot better than me, most of them have got advantageous positions. So like for example, they're like the manager of a bar, where they're in their bar every single day, whereas women coming to get drunk and horny, and then they go home with different girls every day. Guys like that, obviously they can do a bit better than me, yeah, sure. But in terms of, should we say, civilian guys, I would say I'm up there in terms of my experience level. And that's not, in day-to-day life, that doesn't matter. You're not a better guy just because you've had a bit more experience than the next guy. That's complete horseshit, you know, total bollocks. That doesn't make any difference. But just for the purposes of this channel, for assisting guys, more experience does actually help. It really does. Because there's just stuff that I've seen that if you've only been with 3 or 4 girls, you probably haven't seen enough variables. If you've only done it in 3 or 4 countries, you might not have seen enough variables. I've done this in like more than a dozen countries with girls from over 30 different countries. So it is a lot. Started at 15, I just turned 40, so that's a quarter of a century. And yeah, we talk shop on this channel. That's basically what we're here to do. If you're interested in getting on a call with me, it's calendly.com/wingbro. The immersion, really, it's only for a certain caliber of guy. You do have to be a certain caliber of guy. You need to be ideally a professional in your 30s or 40s who actually wants to explode their options. Who's already got good social skills, but let's be real, who the fuck knows how to do daytime cold approach proficiently in a way that can be repeated over and over again and still have success over and over and over and over and over again for the rest of your life? There's a handful of people around who know how to do it on that level, and I know half the guys who are doing it to that level. Very, very, very few. Even in LATAM where I am, there's lots of confident guys, super confident guys who've got great skills. They can't do what we can do because they just don't have the training. They've got the raw talent and they are good, they get results, but it's not the same. It's not the same. It's not the same. I'll close 2 girls this week, just really honestly without even trying. Being in a bad quote unquote state as well. Like the girl I closed outside the supermarket. Let me see, well, I'll see after this if she messaged me. But that was 10 o'clock at night. I'm coming home, it's 9 o'clock at night, I'm going to the cafe, it's open till 11, so I'm gonna go do a little bit of work. And I see this Colombian girl, she's got big front, big back, thin waist, nice face, very exotically dressed because she's Colombian, not Dominican. Dominican's a lot more demure. and I saw her on the strip. I kind of ignored it because I wanted to go to my cafe, and then I nipped into the supermarket, picked some stuff up, and then I realised when I was in there, oh, they've come into the supermarket as well. Right, well, I'm going to wait outside now, and I'll close her then. So I wait outside. She's with like 4 people, and I wait outside, stop her. She didn't hear the stop at first. Her friends were annoying, but I just get the job done. I just close her. She'd been messaging me yesterday. It was like, I just know what the fuck to do. Yeah, I have a methodical process. I'm in the moment. Yeah, I'm in the moment. I'm enjoying the moment. But at the same time, I do have a methodical process to move it forward as well. It's this weird balance where one half of your brain is going, right, all right, a friends, you're doing a few calculations, like you're like, okay, your friends are not cooperating. That means you've got one of 2 options: is engage them or totally fuck them off, block them off and lock her in, which is what I did. Can't be asked to engage them. Sometimes that could work, but I didn't want to do that. And then, and then the close and so on. So you are taking things forward, but then you're also in the moment as well, making sure you're making good eye contact as well through it. So there is a lot to get used to. In an ideal world, I'd love guys just to have 100 cold approaches in a row for 5 days, where they could just go from one to the next, to the next, to the next, to the next, for 100 in a row, so that their nervous system could be completely accustomed to it. But it just rarely works like that. And in real life, you have like situations like that where it's so far from ideal, but because I've got a method, because I'm experienced, because I've also got good control of my central nervous system, I just know what to do, and so I can get the close. 3 years ago, I couldn't have got that close. I couldn't have even done the Open 3 years ago. If she's in a club, I'd have been able to do it, or I'd have had a decent shot. In the street, in the daytime, I had no idea. It's just through training and repetition. There's nothing special about me. If I can do it, you can do it as well. It's just training and repetition. So that's an example from this week. I've got a couple numbers this week. You know, if you just rack up a couple numbers each week, within a couple of months, like, you're probably going to have a few girls out of that, realistically. And as I said at the start of this live, like earlier on in the live, you know, now with the economics of everything, time and money and everything is just much more valuable and more scarce. So you don't want to actually be wasting your time trying to be a playboy. It's not worth your time. It's just really not worth your time. I want a girl who's an asset, basically. Start thinking, especially as time goes on, start thinking as yourself as a medieval noble who is choosing the woman to bear his scion. That's how to think of it. As a very, very exclusive. You're the medieval noble. What would he want? It wouldn't just be based on feelings. Is she from a good family? If not, is she from a workable family? And if the answer is no, then she's got to go. Is she the right age? Is she mentally stable? Does she have children? Yeah, if the answer is no, she's not stable, and yes, she has a child, she's got to go. Got to go. Be very, very discerning and very exacting, because you've only got your time, money and energy. You do not have anything else in life. How do I personally believe? The idea of limiting beliefs, I just think, is a retarded kind of idea anyway. You know, what limiting beliefs? What are you talking about? They're your beliefs. Just don't believe them. There you go. There you go. Just don't believe them. It's not on you to decide. It's not on you to decide. It's on the girl. So your beliefs are not relevant. It's the girl's beliefs that are relevant. So, yeah, I mean, there's things you can do. There's NLP things you can do. You know, shift your limiting beliefs and stuff like that. That's not really the purpose of this channel, though. I'm 40. Honestly, for the sake of modesty, it's weird. Balthus knows what I'm actually closing on a weekly basis, mate, is a fucking joke. I'm getting way better traction with 20-year-old girls than I ever got when I was 20. Not even close. Even when I was 30, the best time I've ever had for the younger girls is right now. Now, there may come a point when you're in your 60s that'll no longer be the case. Okay, well, then that's not a limiting belief, is it? That's just the girl's made her decision. Yeah. So I don't know what age you are, mate. If you're under 40, you shouldn't even be asking that question. And yeah, travel as well. You've travelled, so you already know in a lot of countries, age is not a limiting factor at all. You've been to fucking Ukraine, bruv. So yeah. Most limiting beliefs are just fear. That's what it is. Most limiting beliefs are just fear of rejection. And the internet's made men just a lot more faggotish. Like, oh, I'm not tall enough. Oh, I'm too, my jaw's not big enough. Oh, I'm not muscular enough. Blah, 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 blah. I'm too old. I'm too young. Women aren't logical, bruv. Women are not logical. They're totally irrational. Has nobody noticed this, yeah? They just go with emotions. So just peak their emotions, you know? Sorry, I rant at times on this one, but it's, yeah, it's tough love, really. How many approaches to get good at this skill set? You can get good in 60 approaches if you are trained. If you're not trained, I'll be honest, you won't get good. I'll just be brutally honest. You won't get good if you're not trained because you can't see your mistakes. It's impossible. Alexander had this in Belgrade. He was doing something very fundamental wrong that he couldn't see. And it was causing him a major problem and he couldn't see it. And Ethan had this in Manchester. He was doing a major thing wrong on his approach and he couldn't see it. And I saw it immediately. Yeah, and it's not his fault because we can't see ourselves in the approach. So I would say you could do 1,000 approaches, bruv. You could do 100 a week. And if you don't know what you're doing, you don't know what you're doing. I mean, you do as much as you can. I would recommend doing 10 at a weekend and at least one session in a week where you do 3 approaches. I'd recommend doing 10 at a weekend. But unless you're actually trained, you don't know what you're doing. It's like saying a sniper, like, you know, how many sniper shots do I need to take? Well, if you don't know how to shoot the fucking gun, you can't operate it, you're gonna miss. Yeah, just learn how to operate it, you get the first shot, bang. Yeah. So it's not numerical. It's not numerical. Boys, I'm gonna have to leave because I need to charge my phone. I've got to get a taxi back to my place, but good to see all you guys on. Thank you, any newcomers. Thank you, Vaini, for joining. And thank you for anyone who's just come across my channel. We're trying to move guys in the right direction in the 21st century, boys. 5 years time, I want us all to have beautiful, intelligent, very important to have intelligent women, beautiful, intelligent women, mothers of our children. This is very important, boys. And I want us having a great international lifestyle and passing on knowledge to the next generation. And hopefully, you know, some of us become mayors, maybe presidents. We'll see what happens. Take it easy, boys. Catch you in the next one. Fucking hell. Day game Ukraine, mate. Fuck me. Insane, dude.